All right. It is day 7 of Unedited launch. And today I'm going to be doing a training that will be in the Automate to Dominate course and accelerator program in the 7-figure club. So on today's training, I'm going to go in depth into how to create an invoice. And I had some other questions from my clients, like, can you do recurring invoices and all of that and go high level? So things are always changing with technology and let's say the Go High Level software. So I'm going to share the things that are relevant right now, and I try to focus on the things that typically don't change in programs. Besides Go High Level invoicing, even if you don't use Go High Level for your invoicing, let's say you use QuickBooks or Stripe or another program, I love Square also. Actually, I primarily use Square for my invoicing, but I'm doing Go High Level because it's an all-in-one platform that I set my clients up with. You can link Square, Stripe, and PayPal to your invoicing. I am not sure as of, you know, fall 2024 if you can link the PayPal and the Square to the invoices. For sure you can link Stripe. So you might have to play around with APIs or contacting Go High Level, but I'm going to share with you what we can do and go in depth together into creating an invoice. And what I was going to say about even if you weren't using Go High Level, I'm going to teach you my personal way of how I title things in the invoices and how I link. So it's not just a tech training. This is a training on, I use invoices instead of estimates. So let me talk to you about this before I share my screen and do the tech portion. Um, I think that I used to send estimates when I first started in business, and it was a lot of work. And sometimes they don't translate over to invoices like estimates. So what I've done now, and this has worked really well for me, is I just send an email to, let's say it's a one-to-one client. So I would say, hey, after having our call together, here's what I thought would be your custom plan, or even if it's not custom, if it matches whatever your program offering is, your sales PDF. Here's what it looks like. I'd love to help you out with it. I like to send that personal email. And then I send at the same time, sometimes right before the email, I'll actually already have gone through and created a matching invoice. So essentially you detail bullet point out, or if it's in your PDF of whatever you sent them, line by line what they're getting in the program. And then I line by line do it in the invoice. So let's talk about the legal pieces of this. Number one, contracts in business when you're talking larger invoicing like 2,000, 5,000, 10,000, 20,000, 50,000. I sell 50,000 packages. They cost USD $50,000 is what I mean. And so you do need a contract. And when you're charging that amount of money, I recommend you have a lawyer. I do have referrals for lawyers who operate in the United States. Outside of that, I don't personally know anybody, but I recommend that you do have a lawyer when you're charging higher ticket, help you draw up terminology. I will tell you an invoice, especially with some terms on the notes of the invoice, which is the way I like to do it, can still protect you legally. Let's say somebody doesn't pay their invoice or they do a chargeback. Okay. So, what we're trying to do here is I've heard this phrase, and I think it's really important that contracts protect friendships. So, this is not a contract training, but invoices are often, if there's any legal matters, are shown in a court of law. So, you want to get very detailed on your invoices as well as your terms. So, again, when you're selling things automated online, it does help to have terms and conditions, simple things like what is your refund policy, all that. And the cool thing with invoices is you can duplicate them. So I'm going to start by just showing you how to create an invoice from scratch, but I am going to share my screen and share how I like to list things out according to what I'm telling somebody that they're getting. So the more detailed, the better it protects you. So if they ask for extra things, you can say, hey, it's not in the invoice. I can help you with that, but we need to come up with a new program. So I will tell you guys, just like this is just like straight talk. I definitely gave gave away way too much for free. I always feel like, oh, I'll just throw this bonus in and it's going to make them happy. Let me tell you something. This is just some coaching right now. You can't make other people happy. And here's the truth. Most people that ask for something for free, they're usually not honoring you. This is something that took me this many years in business to learn. Honestly, it's just been the last 1 to 2 years that I've stopped giving, and I still struggle with it as a recovering people pleaser. Oh, well, if I just give them that bonus, I'm going to give this cut. No, your contract is your invoice. And if they want something off your invoice, they can pay you for it. That's just the way it, I promise you, you're going to save yourself so much time, so much agony, and so much money. Because even throwing in an extra call or an extra this or an extra, it's not going to make them happy. In fact, what you're teaching them is that you give things for free and they're going to expect that. So it's kind of like kids, if you are even a dog parent or a child, where if you tell them no and then you let it slide, they know now you no does not mean no. And the same with invoices. So again, the tech is pretty simple, honestly, in my opinion, like whatever invoicing you're learning, but I'm gonna go into this, but I think this is a very important mindset about invoices and about getting paid. And so back to the estimates before I do again the screen share training here. Um, just delete the invoice. If somebody ends up saying, hey, I don't want to proceed, I just archive the invoice. And I think it's still good to have it because sometimes what has happened is I created this really nice invoice and I archive it in my account, but then I can still duplicate that same invoice for a new client. So I always look at it like even if somebody doesn't sign up, one, God was probably protecting me, right? Like I know what I do is awesome. I know that anybody who talks to me on a sales call, they do need my help. And I don't know anybody else out there who does exactly what I do. So I don't think they're getting their services somewhere else. So instead, I don't look at it. I'm like, God bless, bless and release. It's okay. But hey, I had that experience. I had that call. I put together this new thing. I got to listen. So let's dive into how do you create an invoice? Where do you go? And I'm going to dive in a little bit about, I recommend before you do your invoicing, make sure you have whatever, whether it's Square, Stripe, or PayPal. I don't recommend using PayPal, honestly, or Stripe. I like Square a lot better. They've in recent years, before it used to be Stripe, Stripe got bought out. So now they are really coming down, at least at this point, fall 2024, on coaches, course creators. So if you are a coach or a course creator watching this, I recommend more Square at this point. But again, all of the payment processors can get tricky. I'm not standing behind any of them. I don't work with them. I don't get paid from them. So I'm just here saying, here's the ones I recommend. That's what I can give you. And I will tell you, I recommend Go High Level. I will say that. So in the video, if you do watch this here on YouTube, you can get my link. It'll say free 14 days free on Go High Level if you want to link up. Stripe is free, Square is free, PayPal is free. So you could get paid before you even pay for your Go High Level software. And then anybody who joins my Automate to Dominate and pays in full, and I am doing pre-sales right now, I actually am giving a year of Go High Level if you pay in full. So it's a pretty good deal. So let's get started on this. So I'm going to share my screen and let's talk about how do you create an invoice. So this is under funnel. So when you're in a sub account, you're going to want to go to Launchpad first, okay? And why you want to go to Launchpad is you need to make sure that you have connected Stripe. Now, I don't like to use Stripe anymore, as I mentioned, because of when you are taking payments 10,000 and above, they're gonna hold money typically because they're gonna hold it in reserves to make sure if somebody does a chargeback that they get their money. That's all that's going on here. It's okay, it's not personal. So when we go to payments and to invoices, you can see there's a bunch of different ones. And so I can kind of share with you, I'm going to do a new one because I don't want to reveal like people's private information. There's also documents and contracts in here too. So, I mean, Stripe is so amazing. So you could create a document. I use PandaDoc right now, but that's part of the thing. Go High Level keeps expanding and expanding. Orders would be more like, oh, I don't want to share private information. That's automated orders. So a client had asked, like, can you do recurring things like that? Here's a subscription. So this would be recurring if you want to set that up. Here's payment links. There's transactions, there's products. This one's a little interesting. I have a ton, if you can see here, mainly because when you create the Let me scroll down. Do you see all these pages down here? When you what happens is in the invoices, when I'll show you in just a minute, um, when you create a line, it actually creates it as a product. So like my Freedom Planner is an actual product that's going in a store. That's different than some of these. I've created customized options. And the reason you'll see some of these are $1 or $0 is this is a trick I'm going to show you with the invoices. Okay, so the other thing you can do is coupons. So let's say that you wanted to give somebody 10% off. You essentially would come up here. Let's just do this. It'll be easy. So we'll say save 10. I always like to keep it super easy, guys. Oh, coupon name, I'd say that's where you describe it. Make it easy, save 10. Coupon type, you could do percentage. I like to do percentage base. You can do cash. Sometimes people like to do that. We could say the start date is today, the start time is 1 p.m., and the end date is, let's say we give a 48-hour deal. People love coupons. So you could apply to recurring future payments, limit the number of times it can be redeemed. Let's say you said, I only have 10 coupons. That's what that would be. And then you'd say, okay, I have 10 coupons. This, I would definitely limit it to selected products. Let's just say I wanted to give the Freedom Planner. It could be free shipping or something and limit to one per customer. So isn't this amazing? And then you just press create. So this is why I mean like go high level is the bee's knees. I just love it. I wish this was around when I started in business, but now I'm able to train other people how to get there faster. Okay, integrations. Hallelujah. Look at this is some new stuff. This is really cool. So I love Square. I recommend Square. You could do PayPal or Stripe. So I'm gonna disconnect my Stripe. Let's see if it lets me. So I'm gonna disconnect it. Yes. So this way I'm going to go back to Square and I'm going to set it as default. And it is default now. And so it's already connected. Okay, cool. So let's go back to invoices. Like obviously there's not enough time. I could do a video per one of these drop downs. I want to give you at least how do you do an invoices. So let's go here. Let's go to a new invoice. Okay. So this, like your business information that you have set up is going to automatically populate here and your business logo. So if you didn't set that up, that's why I said start with the launch pad. You need to do that. We're going to add myself as a new client just because then I'm going to use a different email of mine. See, we're going to do something like that and press save. To get some, oh, they're not letting it do a duplicate. Okay, fine. Let's do Tiana. We'll use one that's already in here. It's because when I signed up, let's see. We'll do myself. I'm going to invoice myself. Okay. So this is issue date. I mean, you can title your numbers. I just let it automate the numbers. Issue date and then due date. Well, I usually like same day due dates. So what is today's date? Today is the 16th. So we're going to go there. And then this is so fun. Okay, so then you want to title it, like you can make a template. Okay, we're going to make a template one because the question was like, well, let's say you created one that matches your sales PDF. So this is the smart way of doing it. Now, because then you could duplicate it and then edit it if you had a sales call with somebody. And let's say you threw in a bonus if they pay same day, or you threw in a discount if they pay same day. Okay, so we're going to title this, love that it just went away. Let's come back. Okay. Oh my goodness, stop, dude. I love when things go like that. Okay, we're going to call it my 100K and 100-day boot camp because that's like my most popular program. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is, and it's probably already in here, we're going to say 100K in 100-day boot camp. Okay, so I'm just going to add a new item. Okay, now what you do is you title it price name, well, that's product name, pay in full. I'm going to do the pay in full amount, which is a 50,000. Tax category, there's no tax. So I don't charge tax because it's online. So this would be, oh, well, this is not, this is still 100K and 100-day boot camp. That's what it really is titled. So we're going to save that. Okay. And it looks like I might need to edit that. 100-day one-to-one VIP program with Tiana. So I like to make sure that this all gets very detailed. Okay. So now I'm going to open up in another tab. I'm going to go over here to Canva. I'm going to show you my PDF, my sales PDF, because this is the way I recommend you create things. So this is my sales PDF. Um, and down here under the 100K and 100-day investment, I'm going to make this match the pieces on the invoice. Does that make sense? So I know that's done for you funnels, done for your website, email templates, all that stuff is here, right? And the visuals for it are up here. Where's my visuals for it? I've got 100K. It's all this is included, okay? So I'm going to come over here and we're going to say, first we're going to start with the calls. I like to go in order of what the calls are. So they get 10 VIP one-to-one calls with a 7-figure club coach. Now, what I'm starting to do is not just have me as the only person. So I'm going to do that. And we're saying 0. Why am I doing 0? This is part of the trick. I don't put an amount on every piece. I'm only putting an amount on the large program. And why that is this. I used to do prices per items and people would say, well, I want it for less, so please take that off. Okay, so on the large package, I don't itemize it. If somebody came to me and they wanted a free offer funnel, great. I'm going to itemize the free offer funnel as $10,000 and I'm going to itemize what's included in that. But in this bigger package, I'm essentially taking this picture of everything that's included and this item down here, this item dot, 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 what's all included. This is going to match the detailed invoice. You want to make sure you've got a couple versions of this. A visual is very ideal as well as your invoice. That way people know exactly what they're getting. So then you add another item. So now I'm going to talk about daily WhatsApp. So I put the support first. So you can see this is already on here. Daily WhatsApp support Monday through Friday. So I'm going to put that one and say 100 days of daily WhatsApp support Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. CT. It's very important to be detail oriented in what you're offering to people. So we're going to say 10 45-minute one-to-one calls with Tiana or a 7-figure club expert coach during the 100 days. Everyone with me? So if they go above that, do you see how this is all detailed out? Okay, this is so important because then when you take the time to do this, then it's done. Somebody's like, hey, I'm interested. You get paid so quick. It's so fun. Okay, so now let's go back to my page so we can remind myself. 100 luxury branding. So now we're to the done for you work. Okay, so I start with what the title is, how many calls are they getting, what kind of support are they getting? Okay, so when I teach in the other courses, if you're watching this in the training, go back to how I talk about support as well as done for you work. So there's services. So now we're going to get to the services. So now I'm going to search luxury branding. Okay, so Lux branding for your name, logo, colors, fonts, and fonts. Okay, so we're going to do that. I'm going to add very clearly to this one, it's a Canva brand kit. Okay, so this is also important to really itemize everything that's in here. We will upload your logos, watermarks, color palettes, and fonts into your Canva account. That takes extra work. That takes a couple hours typically. Okay, then we're gonna add social media makeover and luxury social media makeover to make sure your Facebook, LinkedIn, let's say Instagram, LinkedIn, and YouTube are all matching and looks to the new branding. Okay, so again, this is work. The other thing I'm going to add is can 10 social media marketing images. Templates. So this is a social media marketing templates. I'm going to say 10. And we're going to say that. So 10 customized social media marketing templates that match new Lux branding you and your team can use and reuse for marketing. Okay, and do that. There's that one. Now you see that some of these had a dollar on it because sometimes it used to only let you add one if it at least costs a dollar. Now it lets you put that 0. So I'll have to edit the cost of this. I'll probably add like a tiny discount. It's a little messy to do it that way, but I'll make it work. Okay, 10 social media marketing templates, social media makeover. I'm detailing this out because sometimes when I used to not give the full detail, I'd be like luxury branding. That's it. No, they need to see, and I like to show all the work I'm actually doing. Now, this one was that one edited that to be for one of my other clients. So I'm just making sure to come in here and edit it. You can edit it. You can click on it and delete extra things. Okay, so now we're going to add, let's go over here. We're going to say a done for you lead. We're going to say fun. Whoop, I'm going to see what's there. We're going to say done for you website design, messaging, and copywriting. That's a big one. Custom 3 to 5 page website linking your new funnels and offers. So we're just going to say that. And that's not e-commerce. And then we're going to do done for you. Free offer and funnel. That's high converting. We're going to go to this one. One free offer funnel, including landing page, thank you page, and follow up email and text delivery, including free offer PDF branding. There we go. So that's essentially listing out. I mean, I could list it detailed out. That'd be like 4 or 5 spots, but I don't, on the large package, I don't want to overwhelm someone. I will say if somebody just bought that funnel, which is 10,000 from me, I would list out every single step to really show that value, which is there. Because really we're customizing the images. Everything's created from scratch. We're coaching them. We're building. It's like a lot of work. And then the other one would be a done for you sales qualification funnel. And I think it's not in here. So I'm going to copy this because it looked like it just kept titling that. So I'm going to do this. And then we're going to say done for you sales qualification funnel, including landing page, quiz page, calendar page, thank you page, plus video, coaching, and resources. Okay. So that's the 3 funnels that I build in this large program. That's why this price point is high. It's a 100-day program and we're going to help them monetize. The other thing we're doing is sales offer creation. Sales offer creation. High ticket sales offer creation. So we're going to do that. Creation of your sales offer and Lux branded because they need to know what they're offering. So that's where some of this coaching is coming in. So the reason that we have this coaching is for that. So then this is a super large package. And then I like to throw in the extra, these extra things going on. Email templates and edits. And then we're going to say connecting of all. Because that's its own job, like making sure everything's connected. Okay, and again, I'm not doing any price points for these. So like the social media makeover, I'm gonna have to like edit that pricing. And we're just going to say 0. Oh, good. It lets us edit it there now. I don't have to do discount. So do you see it? It didn't used to let us do that on here. So I'm just going to come through and make sure these all say 0 because I want it to say that really nice, just clean 50,000 down there. Okay, perfect. 7-figure club team. We'll make sure that all your funnels, the 2, and your website are interconnected to each other. The other thing that this needs to include is email and text follow-up sequences for all funnels and website. So that's a very important thing because that's actually a lot of work. So we'll make sure all offers have at least one follow-up email and text per offer. There we go. Okay, so this is what the whole thing looks like. Now we're gonna give a bonus, which is, actually, let me see if it's in here already. 7-figure club, the 7-figure club mastermind, 12 months access to Tiana's 7-figure club mastermind. Usually I like to give 6 months access, so we're gonna leave that. Or stay in until you've doubled your investment. And I'm gonna copy that because I have this feeling it's not. Yeah, so essentially the reason it's a 50K program is we're trying to help them double their investment during that time. It doesn't let me add the 0, it just lets me add the 0. It's fine. Okay, cool. So 6 months access, and yeah, so that's a big program. So this takes a little bit of time. Here's your notes and terms. So here's one of the things I like to say. Client agrees to pay in full for the $10,000 savings. And actually they get a bonus funnel when they pay in full. Pay in full bonus. Choose one funnel, course, or webinar to be completed at the end of this 100 days. And that's like a $30,000 extra. Yep, so we're gonna do that, and we're gonna do that. And it's a long thing. Pay in full bonus. Actually, what I'm gonna do is take this and do the item. Bonus for paying in full. And that's a $20,000 credit. Okay. Okay. So no refunds and no chargebacks, as all work starts within 24 hours and access to Tiana's 7-figure funnels is given immediately. So this is kind of the term. So if they pay this, then they're gonna agree to this. And then I say Tiana and the 7-figure club team agree to provide all work as detailed in this invoice, as long as the client shows up and gives mandatory information. I'm also going to put the cancellation policy in here. So again, you want an actual contract, but this is what I mean about you can still use this to help yourself out. I'm going to do client first. Client agrees to notify Tiana at least 48 hours in advance of canceling a one-to-one call Otherwise, a $250 cancellation fee will be billed and no further calls can be scheduled until that fee is paid. I'm like over people same day canceling. So, um, like I'm going to say 24 is fine with me. And then, yeah, so that's like a nice term. Again, I am not a lawyer, friends. So this is where you can just save this. Now, if I go back, this is a template. So see how it says draft? Hallelujah. Seriously. Then we can go like this, you clone it. Oh, and you can actually convert it to a template, but you always have to add a client. So like if I'm talking to somebody, and this absolutely matches super in detail to my program. Now, you guys want to know another level since we're on all this? I have a Trello board, and if I go to my services, all those all these actually it's way more in depth. Do you see this? This is every step needed for branding, for the sales PDFs, for the free offer funnel, for the website, offboarding, the sales qualification funnel, a Facebook challenge funnel, a coach. So all these pieces. So also if you have somebody who wants to see stuff transparently, what I do is I then come here and I'm going to copy this list. I'm going to keep it the same title. Okay. And then I'm going to move this list to a new board. Okay. So this would be like, let's say I had this client April, and we'll just use her as an example. Now this board, this whole board is in her stuff. So I'd already created it. So like onboarding. So I template everything. So this has been extremely helpful for me as well as a team, but also some clients want to see things. I will tell you, I don't give the client the full access. And the reason I don't give a client full access to all this is like, this is my trademarked, copywritten way of doing business. So I'm going to share things that like I think are just relevant, can help people. So that's how you do this. And by the way, if down here, let's do something else as well. Sometimes I will give somebody, if I'm like, you know what, they're paying in full. Well, 50,000 is already saving, but I might say, you know what? Today only, I'm going to give you 10% extra if you pay in full. So I will literally just say, but they literally have to pay it by a certain time. So I'll email them. I'll say, hey, listen, I get it. It's already $10,000 off. You're already getting this $20,000 extra funnel. But today, I love fast action takers. They're usually my best clients. This is 100% the truth. Here's an extra bonus. Or you could give, excuse me, here's an extra discount. Or don't give a discount. You could give another same day pay in full bonus. So you would literally just say, same day bonus. And then you just tell them what that's going to be. So you could say, okay, I'm going to give you my webinar templates, like to start with. And that's like maybe a $5,000 bonus, a $200 bonus. I know I'm dealing with really high amounts. It's because I've been in business a very long time. And I also, this is like a 3-month commitment, 100 days longer than 3 months with somebody. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of risk on both our behalves. Like, right. I'm trusting they're not doing a chargeback. Honestly, on a 50,000 pay in full, we're doing a bank transfer. So here's the other thing. Let's go preview this. Copy and mark as sent. So we're gonna, you can also record payment. So this is really, let's go backwards. Let me show you this other one. Let me show you some of these options with this. Again, there's a lot to learn. There's a lot I could dive into. I'm trying to give like the things that are, first, let's convert this to a template. So this is really cool. So again, this is now going to be instead the 100K and 100-day boot camp template. Okay, so now, boom, you don't even have to have it as a saved draft. It's going to be in your templates, invoice templates. How incredible is this? Okay, so let's say you wanted a payment link, okay, for this. Okay, well, let's just go do it. So this would be, you'd select the product. Let's go get the 100K. And I don't know if it's going to let me do that one. Um, so I had a Shine Mastermind. So 100K in 100 days. So $10,000. So let's add a thing. We want to collect their address. We could allow the coupon code. Let's say you were just wanting to email people. You had 3 spots. You could come over here and just make a new link really fast and send everyone that link. See, you can make it so there's only 3. You guys see what I'm doing here? Oh no, that's the quantity. Sorry. That's the quantity. Call to action, pay now. I like it to say like pay. powered by me. Definitely add terms and conditions. It would be like all payments are non-refundable. Yeah. Okay. So you want to preview it? Oh, and then we need to, oh, it is allowing for one. Okay. So preview. So this is going to connect to Square. And rather than going through Square and doing all that, you can just do everything go ahead level, which is also nice because it's really nice to track everything. So they could put a coupon code in. Let's say you emailed your list. You're like, look, I've got 3 spots left, and actually I've got this coupon code, save 10. Let's see if it works actually because we put that in there. You guys ready for it? Save. It was 10%. That's why I like percentage ones. It's not valid. I probably didn't save it. Okay. Um, so save the coupon code links and they'd come in here, they'd save another $1,000 and they put their information in. All payments are non-refundable. Screenshot, all there, boom. Isn't that so cool? So you could do that and then you can make other new links too. So subscription, same thing. Let's say I wanted to make a new. Honestly, I haven't done this, so I'm not going to train on this. But today I really just wanted to train with you on how this was a very in-depth one. Obviously, it could be way shorter. You can do new, or you can send a recurring one as well. So rather than subscriptions, let's say somebody is paying you monthly. Let's just do it that way. We're going to call this 7-figure club monthly. Okay. And we're going to say monthly. And on the first, we're going to say on the third of every, the, oh, I'm just going to say on the first Monday of every month. Start date will be the first Monday, October. End date would be after, I like to do 12. So let's say they were doing a year thing and send the invoice 3 days in advance. Make sense? So you'd come down here, you'd add the client. Let's add myself again. Um, let's add me. Okay. And we're going to add an item and we're just going to say 7-figure club mastermind. Okay. Monthly access. We're going to do 1,000 a month. And do that. Tiana's annual 7-figure club mastermind. So if they pay 10K up front, so that's what that would look like. We're going to press save, recurrence, any input. Oh, sure. We're just going to press that. Okay. So there we go. Schedule. And you can email and text them. And this is why I love Go Hello because everything is in here. Customer card, save cards, everything can be in here. Enable auto payment. Absolutely so awesome. So depending on if like you've got somebody signed up for that, the links, the other subscription is more for like a one-to-many thing. But let's say that you did a payment plan for someone and it was 3 months. Okay. So you're paying me either like, for example, my 100K in 100 day, for example, would be if they didn't do 50K pay in full, we'd come down here. I want to create a new one. We'll go back. Okay, so we're going to duplicate this one, clone it. So that other bigger one we did. So we're going to say it starts there. It's 3 days in advance. It's after 3 occurrences. I don't know why I guess you have to just do it that way. That's fine. Okay. And then this one though is instead it's 100K in 100-day payment plan, monthly payment plan. So that's 20,000 because it's either a 3 pay of 20,000 or we're gonna say 3-month payment plan for 100K in 100 days. Now, do I think you should hire a lawyer and be more detailed on this? 100%. Do it. It's worth it. Let me tell you. When you're charging this kind of money, just like take a few $1,000s, get the contracts, get everything ready. I'm just not opening it up. I don't like to give like all those details on a live stream or a video. But this essentially will still do it, right? So now I'm going to press save contact details. Oh, I just have to once again add a contact, add myself. Okay, save. There we go. How awesome is this? So oh my goodness, I just love it. So then when they press pay, it goes into your Square or your Stripe or your PayPal, and then it's done. So I hope what I would tell you that I hope you've learned from this is I know this is a longer training, but this is so important is to really be extremely detailed in your invoices, is to honor yourself, have boundaries that you don't work outside of your invoices. This is just artist to artist, entrepreneur to entrepreneur, I'm telling you right now. And to have this value built up, you saw my Trello boards where I've detailed out this program, my sales PDF. So other ways of charging more money, and this is mindset, is like, look, if you spent all this time creating a gorgeous luxury PDF and you created a very detailed Trello board and you've done this kind of stuff and you've gotten results, well, you have the confidence to charge these prices. If you're just starting out, you can still do it. In the Automate to Dominate program, if you're watching this underneath Go High Level training, in my training modules, I talk about the sales PDFs. I talk about your mindset about pricing, about bringing more value to the table rather than undercharging your competition. So I want to say on this video, I just feel inclined. I love the book Sell Like Crazy by Sabri Sibi, and he makes this really, really good point. I don't know if it's in the book or in some of his videos, but just to shout him out, he says like, there's two ways of doing business. One is to charge more and give more value, give an amazing experience. So like your competition, maybe they charge less than you, but you're giving this amazing experience and you're getting them faster results. That's one way of doing it. Or two is you compete with everybody else and you try to undercharge them. That's essentially the point. Like you're like, oh, well, they've got it for 30, I'll do it for 29. Like that's the two ways of doing business. Luxury brands, and this is why I teach in my modules, they provide experience, they provide exclusivity. Like me, for example, I can only take like 10 clients, maybe 12, an entire year one to one. So that means that when I have thousands and thousands of followers, that's why I make them go through an application process. But I also have courses or group coaching that people can take at the lower level. But even at that lower level, I'm not charging $27 or $7 or like that undervalues me. Like I took me decades to learn this experience. Even what I'm teaching you in this video, nobody actually taught me this. This was hard-earned lessons that I want to save you from. Like you don't need to go through all that. No, you don't need to earn your stripes. You can actually just value yourself. And yes, you might start a little lower on the price point until you've got 3 testimonials, but then raise your price points. You might block that, but you can keep your boundaries, keep to the invoices, learn these skills because this is what's going to give you way more value in the marketplace. One, just even watching this video. How many people are going to watch a whole video like this? But I'm here to give the truth about how to run a business. I've run most of this as a solopreneur my entire career of 20 years. I'm definitely trying to scale and build a team here. I have a factory, I have a warehouse here. Not a factory, excuse me, a warehouse that I might be having a planner factory, but right now we're just going to ship them out here, but then also I have entrepreneurs in the DFW, Dallas Fort Worth area. So the point of this, please respect yourself as entrepreneurs. Hold yourself to a standard. Don't undersell yourself. If somebody doesn't want to pay it, then let them go somewhere else. I'm telling you. Another great person to follow before I head out here is Chris Doe. He talks about this a lot. So I would recommend that. This is all connected to invoices, in my opinion, because it's so much deeper than just how do I put an invoice together. It's saying, I am putting this invoice together. I'm creating it to match my sales PDF. Then you're ready to take clients. Your payment plan is hooked up. You have the money. You've got the organization. Money loves focus. So if you don't have invoicing and you don't have Square set up and you don't have a sales PDF or a system of how you're going to deliver, well, that's probably why you're not bringing in the money you need because you don't have your systems in place. So get those systems in place. Follow this along. Go rewatch this video, press pause, open your thing. And then if somebody's watching this and they found this video, because this is public, I'm not just putting this currently into the course, you can always go to tianasmithcoaching.com, click on the Automate to Dominate link, purchase our program, and when you pay in full, you get a whole year of Go High Level for free, which is $1,100 to $1,200 just for that alone. But if you want 2 weeks free to go high level just to try it out, the link is in the comments here in YouTube. Or if you watched this somewhere else, just Tiana at tianasmithcoaching.com. Reach out to me. Have a beautiful, blessed day. Go rock it. Get your invoices, get everything organized, and watch your money flow in.